What do you have for us, friendly fire?
It says that the Baron wants you dead, and don't let his mirages trick you. So I'm kind of curious what that means. Like, there's going to be a lot of trickery, you know, like...
It says freshly nerfed in version 2.4. So does that mean it's like he made it super easy? Who made this map? Emberstone? Is that the author? Let me take a look at the map information here. Oh wow, this is actually a pretty popular map. It's got 7,300 plays. Is this off the review queue? No, this couldn't have been.
No, it was just a map I found.
Oh, it's just a random map you found? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to choose any from the review queue because they only had like one play, and it's like, well, I don't want another map like that one. We just got done playing.
Oh,
like,
I see. You wanted to be sure you got a map that had some meat to it.
Yeah, something that you can actually like really even dig your teeth into. Like the one before was so bare boned, it was just painful.
Right.
And
well, hey, this could be a good one. I mean, look, it's got 7,300 plays, 76 subs, lots and lots of stars, and it's on version 2.4, which means that the author has made a ton of updates to this map. So it's clearly something that the author takes seriously and that other people have enjoyed. So this map for sure is going to have a lot to it, you know. So I think
it'll be worth getting a look into. So, all right, you ready? Let's ready up.
All right, I'm ready for it.
All right, let's do it. Always a good map, you know, when you get to play the Baron, you know, when he's the big, you know, he's the big antagonist. So I've definitely had that in a map before. So.
Well, nowadays it's the summoners, don't you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? You can put summoners in your Snapmap now.
Are they even harder to kill than Barons?
They can be. They move around a lot.
Is that weird thing that, like...
You played it in my map, though, didn't you?
I think I've played them before. I think it's just so new to me, because I'm kind of...
If you beat my map antivirus, you definitely would have noticed them at the end.
Yeah, I thought they were weird. You know, like, I wasn't really sure, like, what all to do with it. Be honest. I was shooting at it, but I was like...
Well, look at this room. Oh, look, he's got all this questions, comments, feed. Oh, he even gives us an email. That's how you know somebody's committed to their Snapmap, when they actually give you an email link to, like, email them about your experience. Let's see, I noticed the map is being reported quite often lately. Yeah, people do that. Send me feedback so I can address your issue personally. Okay, so it could either be that people are just trolls and they report things constantly, which my experience is that they do, or it's that this map has some sort of a bug in it where something happens that causes an issue. So I'll just be aware of that. It says, welcome to Azaxas the Phantom. Reminder, you have unlimited respawns. Okay, that's cool, so we don't have to worry about you know, losing because we die too much. There are several enemy types, each with unique effects to you, or even the boss himself. Learn what they are and how they work. Okay, it looks like we got some unique demon mechanics with some of the bosses going on. Remember though, Azaxas will probably annihilate you. Here's a hint, his minions are your top priority. So it sounds like when we go to fight the final boss, he's gonna have a bunch of minions that come out, and we have to kill them before we can hurt the final boss. So whenever we get to that point, we'll know. Ooh, charge burst mod, I like that.
I know, I grabbed that one too.
It looks like we only have a 2-weapon limit.
Yeah, I noticed that already. I got my guns, you got your guns?
Yeah, hold on a second. Static field, wait. Ooh, should I get the micro missiles? I think I should. I think I should. I'm gonna take a quick drink.
I took the charge burst. That's my close range. Then I got a vortex rifle for picking them off at a distance. So I'm good.
All right, I'm good too. Let's do it.
Short. It's always good when you have like a short range gun and like a long range gun.
Oh wow, we're going up
I
against the boss already? Holy cow.
Yeah, I was not expecting to see him that
I
fast.
thought we were gonna like go through a bunch of modules or something. Alright, the Mirage to his aid. The Warmongers empower their master. Okay, so we gotta take out whatever dudes he's summoning before we can kill him. Oh crap, so there's another Baron here. Oh dang, okay, so...
2 Barons?
Yeah. Surround sound, baby.
Holy shit.
Oh, damn it. I swear he got that through a wall.
Are you down?
Yeah, well, I have unlimited respawns, right? So I guess it doesn't matter. But we should still probably try not to die too often. Because it could be like a point penalty for death, you know?
I would honestly think it would be. Those siphon grenades are money. Whoa!
Oh, my soul's what the? Oh, this sucks. I'm in this room full of smoke, and there's like a specter trying to kill me.
Oh, sweet, I found my way out of that. Oh shit, I'm still getting hurt though. Damn. Well, I'm gonna go through this portal. I think I found my way out of that damn room.
Let's see if I can find a way out of this area.
Holy shit.
Oh, goodness.
Those Barons aren't playing around.
The hunger's poison grows stronger, is what this says to me. Oh, here we go. This is strange. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna die in here.
I know, I'm starting to worry about that too.
Oh wait, I'm out.
My health.
No wait, I'm not out.
I'm still
Okay.
taking pain right now, so for me
Yeah,
it's like...
I'm dead.
It's hard when you take damage. Constantly.
Oh yeah, okay, wow, you're taking damage constantly. Okay, so it's not just me, this whole area is like...
Oh, the air has been cleansed. I
How
killed
did that
the
happen?
Cyber Demon.
The Cyber Demon? The Cyber Mancubus?
Yeah, that guy. Oh, shit. I don't even know what was happening there, but I'm glad I didn't die.
So was the Cyber Mancubus causing the air to be all weird like that?
Yeah, that's kind of how I took it as.
Okay, I wasn't sure what the hell was going on. So so somehow when the Cyber Mancubus shows up, it makes the air all toxic.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then we have to hurry up and kill him, I guess. Oh boy.
Fuck.
You got killed, huh?
I don't know who. That was the first time I've gone down, though, at least. Oh, that's cool. You get to come back to this room again.
Are you in that room with all the smoke? Yeah, okay. We go out this way. Whoa. I got turned around. I'm not gonna make it.
I'm running out of here.
Look at all the freaking... Look at all the freaking bosses we have to kill. There's like 5 of them.
Yeah, this guy's not playing around. At least now I know it's that stupid Mancubus.
Yeah. At least now we know to go kill him. Oh my god.
Well, to be fair, he did say we probably would die.
Yeah, that was an understatement.
Damn, I feel
Well,
like this
he
plasma
said
rifle-
kill the minions, so I'm guessing all the other demons that aren't Azaxas the Phantom, we should focus on them first. We got Severed Soul of Azaxas, Eye of Azaxas. So let's...
I
Okay,
guess I'm
so
just
he's the
shooting at
main guy.
everybody.
Let's take out the guys who aren't the one with the purple HUD icon. Oh,
Take out
dear,
the blue
dear.
guy?
Yeah, take out the blue guy. Because it said in the beginning we have to take out the minions before we can kill the main guy.
So I feel like I'm... Yeah.
Ugh, I'm gonna die again. Well, and all his buddies are back.
Yep, he got me. Oh, he consumed my soul.
Don't you
No,
love
it's
these
even
maps where you just keep dying constantly?
No, it's, you know, obviously nobody likes that.
yeah, I think there might be a lesson here. Obviously nobody likes that. Oh boy.
It's a damn cyber mancubuses.
So the severed soul of Azaxas is the weakest link right now. So if we can take him out, that'd probably be a good thing.
Well, I'm shooting somebody. There we go.
We gotta take out...
damage is turned
Oh,
down.
here he is. It could be. This is one of those maps where they make all the demons super spongy. They're like freaking bullet sponges.
Holy shit. I am taking a beating.
I'm gonna take this guy out. Oh, he's done. Ugh, another mirage.
This guy's got tricks, that's for sure. It says to go after his minions, but they're not. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, when they keep respawning, I think
oh, god damn it!
what?
My soul got consumed again. Damn it! Oh,
I hate it when
shit.
that happens. You don't have to stay in there and fight that specter. You can like walk out.
I want to kill him though. But holy shit, does this guy take a lot of fucking damage?
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder if that guy's even gonna die. Oh wait, no, he died. Finally. Holy
Ugh.
cow.
What even got me?
Right.
Oh, probably that dude.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of this room. Ah, fuck. I'm running for it. That cyber mancupius is fucking brutal.
Ooh.
It grows strong. Ah! Can't take it growing any stronger. It's already strong.
Oh, health pack. Thank goodness. I didn't know this level had any health packs.
Finally, I took out that stupid cyber mancubus. Yeah.
The air crackles with energy.
Holy shit, it does.
Oh, here we go. Just you and me, buddy. Let's do it. The eye of his axis rejuvenates and calls forth.
Damn.
This-
Damn it, his health's going up.
This kind of reminds me of Teregrithious Chamer. If Teregrithious
No.
Chamer all took place in one module with like all the bosses at the same time. Oh dearie dear.
Man, it's been brutal.
Yeah. I will remind you that you picked out this map, okay?
Yeah, you have to admit, compared to the other one though.
Well, I don't know. The other one was more suspenseful. I mean, I cared if I died in that map. This one is just like I'm just resigned to the fact that I'm gonna get killed.
This is intense though, I'll give it that.
But there's definitely
This
a
is
lot more
like-
going on though. I'll give it, yeah, for sure. It's not a bunch of running through empty modules at least.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, got him.
Yeah, the air has been cleansed. I will rid Smilesville of your evil wake. We should totally make a Dungeon Keeper 2 snap map.
That's hard to do though.
I don't even know how we do it. It would just have to be like Dungeon Keeper in like visuals only, not in any kind of gameplay way.
Oh fuck, I jumped up to the wrong spot.
Oh, how did I didn't die. Why am I here? I guess that Cyber Mancubus showed back up again and defiled the air with his big fat
That
Cyber
asshole doesn't
Mancubus ways.
That guy doesn't even leave for that long, you know? That guy's awful.
I know, he keeps showing up. He keeps showing up, man.
I guess already my critique with this, as I can see, is I wish that guy wasn't around so much. Him fucking up the air sucks.
Yeah. He's really doing a lot of polluting there.
Yeah, he's fucking nasty what he's doing.
We could use Captain Planet to come by and clean up this mess here.
Ooh, this guy packs a pretty good punch.
Oh man. Man, I got... Oh boy. You know, the main boss is getting worn down pretty far though. I mean... But I still think we should follow the advice that they gave at the beginning of the map and take out the minions first. So where's this Hunger of the Dark dude? Is that the Spectre? I'm gonna kill this stupid Cyber Mancubus.
Cyber Mancubus is what makes fucking the air all shitty, but
yeah, okay,
seems
well,
like when you
he's
kill
dead
him, he
now.
just comes back. So it's like it makes
He's
me
probably just one of those guys.
to...
Yeah, he's probably just gonna keep coming back like every 30 seconds, you know.
Yes, we got him.
Oh, we didn't even have to kill all the minions.
Yeah, I was starting to think that was kind of bogus.
You think he just lied to us? Like, oh, I'll throw them off.
But the Baron was also like healing though. Like it was not like.
Oh, he did heal himself.
So it was one of those things too, where it was like maybe you couldn't just take him out right away, but.
So I'm gonna give this map a no vote, in my opinion, and I'll say why. I didn't have fun per se. It was equal parts fun as it was frustrating. So for that reason, I'm going to refrain from voting at all and just give it a no vote. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna upvote it? Downvote it?
I'll vote up.
Vote it up?
Yeah,
It wasn't
compared
all-
to what we played before, you know, like it was a little intense, but at least he led on to that before we started, you know, that like he's probably gonna beat you up.
Sure, yeah, and he, you know... boy. So what did you think about that map?
I think, well, let's see. Honestly, I mean, I think we don't have to get too creative to imagine it could have been a little more play-friendly, I guess. Because the whole Cyber Mancubus smoking up the air, I think it was cool, but I would have liked to see it be like not as often. I mean, it was a cool idea. It was
yeah,
cool
I
to
mean,
do.
that was definitely an interesting element to introduce to a map, that you have this cyber mancubus that shows up at some point, and then just the entire, you know, just the very air itself becomes unbreathable, and you just start taking all this damage.
Honestly, I guess if I could have critiqued it, I would have said that maybe the air should have been like bad, like near him.
Well, that would have been really hard
Maybe
to do,
not
though.
the whole
Like,
map.
I mean, how would you even do that? You know. I guess it would have to be
I
like
don't
whatever.
know.
Okay, maybe it would be like whatever module he's in would be contaminated, because I don't know. There's no way to do like a proximity to a certain demon, you know. But I get what you're saying. Like, it shouldn't have maybe been the entire map.
Yeah, because it was just like, you know, you're so far away from this guy. Like, how stinky is he? Like, what is he spewing out? Like, how come the old Baron ain't keeling over it? You know, like, how bad is this guy?
Pretty
Just,
bad,
like, totally
man.
Toxic.
He's pretty
Totally
bad.
toxic.
Oh yeah, he's pretty bad, all right. He ate all the rotten eggs and kimchi that you know, the kimchi that was too rotten even for the supermarket to sell. You know, he ate it all.
Like, he's just some gigantic fucking, like, radioactive, like, emitting thing that's just absolutely toxic. But then how come, like, it should hurt the Barons too then?
Yeah. My
He's
biggest
that bad.
oh boy. Yeah, to me it just felt like I feel like now I know what it's like to be a frog in a blender, because that's what I felt like in this map. Like,
A frog in a blender.
exactly. I felt like a frog in a blender. Like, you're just constantly getting killed. You're constantly getting murdered, and you just keep respawning. And to me, that's not fun to me, when you're constantly just
Well, I mean,
dying and respawning.
I don't think it was so hard though that, like, I would say it had that, like, helpless aspect, because yeah, there was, like, definitely, like, it was a difficult map not to die in, but I only remember dying 3 times, so, like, for me, like, it wasn't like that hopelessness. Like, it was just like a couple times where, like, I took a corner and did not know there was going to be a Baron there and just got absolutely mauled.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to me a lot of times too. You might be a better player than I am, though. I died probably at least 10 times, I think.
It happens, Jordan, you know? Like, it happens.
Apparently it happens, yeah. It happens quite a bit. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess... What are you doing? Setting your smoke detector?
Oh, I was preheating the oven.
No!
I'm gonna make a pizza here in a little bit.
Whoa, hey. Alright,
Yeah,
party
I know, I'm
time.
getting hungry. Yeah. Stuffed crust, too, actually, if I remember reading it right. Yep.
Well,
It
la-dee-da. Look at you. Stuffed crust.
Yeah, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Well, I'm glad you finally made it in the world. No more tombstone for you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, you know?
No Red Baron.
Red Baron's good. Like, I think I actually have a Red Baron in my fridge right now. Yep, my other pizza I have is a Red Baron. Red Baron, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, it's not like fancy food, you know, by any stretch, but it's something tasty and it's easy, so I like Red Baron.
Okay. Well, you know what's not easy, like a pizza, is this map. So why don't we go ahead and do some favorite, least favorite? I'll go ahead and kick it off with, should we start with our favorite or least favorite, do you think?
I feel like it's usually you say what you like and then you make suggestions on what could be better. I like that there wasn't a lot of the downtime, the running around trying to figure out what you're going to do. I mean, this is like a pretty much straight up, like, you go in this room, you realize that when you go through the portal, there's going to be a battle. You
Yeah.
know, I guess.
There was very little foreplay in this map. It was all down to business right from the beginning. You
Yeah,
knew
if
exactly
you wanna-
what was you were in for.
I mean, when I heard the minions thing, I kind of imagined that there would be like a boss leading up to the big guy, but no, it's just straight at it. Like you're teleporting into a battle. So, which I guess is, if that's the map you're going for, I mean, it kind of falls into it is what it is. If you're not really looking for a story or a real.
Yeah.
The real lead up to the battle.
Somehow I imagined there was going to be like this. Somehow I imagined it was going to be like this map where you sort of just battled your way along until you eventually got to the boss, and then you would have this big boss encounter. I wasn't expecting to be dumped into the boss fight right from the very beginning. That kind of surprised me.
Yeah, it was definitely a welcome to the game moment,
No kidding, man. No
but
kidding.
I felt like everything considered. I mean, you had bosses, you had a lot of things in that map that showed that there was at least some time and some thought put into.
Oh, definitely.
What kind of level it was going to be.
This was not
in comparison to the map we just got done playing.
Oh yeah, this
map.
This was not a blank module type of map by any means. There was definitely stuff going on. There was definitely some thought and effort put into this map, and I most definitely recognize that for sure. Absolutely.
I would have liked to seen like a super shotgun or something. I mean, it could have been there and we just didn't notice it, but I would have liked to have ran across that at one point.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, even just like a rocket launcher. I mean, you don't have to have it as like a given, but it could be something that, and like I said, for all I know, we just didn't see it. But it's always nice when a map has those power weapons available, because we had good weapons, but
they weren't like
tier.
the BFG or Berserk or anything like that.
But you can understand why you wouldn't put like the BFG, because the BFG can really, make light work of a very otherwise challenging, boss.
Yeah, but you know what would have been cool if like there was a BFG, but there was like some sort of really difficult and complicated way that you had to get it. So like the entire time that you're fighting all these enemies, you're sort of building your way to get this super weapon. I mean, I don't know how it would work, but like if there was a BFG, but you just sort of had to like build the bridge to get to it in some way, It would have given you something to sort of work towards as you're fighting along.
Yeah, but the trick with that, and I'll tell you right now, like from my point of view when I make a map, is you want to have the things there that can make the game easier, but they don't necessarily have to be a gimme, I guess you could say, or a given. You might have to go look for it. So, I mean, there didn't seem to be too much area to like really be doing a lot of looky-loo. So,
right.
I'm kind of skeptical that they were there.
Yeah.
But I can't say for a fact that they weren't there. But
well, this isn't a map that strikes me as having a lot of secrets. I mean, I don't feel like we missed out on a lot of secrets in this map.
Well, you never know. I mean, even if it's a secret that's absolutely ridiculous, I mean, a lot of times a map like this, I'm sure the guy likes to play through it, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some real nook cranny spot in a corner of some room where you just kind of wander in, and there's like a walk-through wall and then like a BFG or something,
Right.
For when he plays it through, because, from a creator's point of view, he probably doesn't want to spend 40 minutes, playing through a game to see if the very last trigger works. He probably had like a BFG, and so it could be like a remnant of like the map builders.
Oh yeah, it could be something. It could be something crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into my favorite thing about the map. No, wait. Are we doing favorite or least favorite first? I think it's favorite, right?
I think we were just kind of doing a general just discussion.
I think we were just talking, but I think you put out your favorite thing, right?
I think I kind of worded it a lot, but yeah, basically like the map plays for what it is. If you enjoy a big boss battle, I think it was definitely intense, challenging.
You think it would have been better with 4 people?
I don't think you can play 4 people. I'm looking at the screen right now, and it only shows 2 slots, so I think it's 1 or 2.
Yeah, you're right about that for sure. But if it works with 2 people, it'll work with 4 people just as well.
Well, I guess this is kind of my my thought on it is, how often do 4 people play together?
Well, I've certainly experienced it. I've had it happen.
Oh yeah, I think everyone, it happens, but you hate to make a map with the intent that it will be played with 4 players.
Yeah, that's definitely difficult.
I think you almost have to go with 2. And then you just make it such that 1 player is hard, and then 2 players like the optimal, fun way to play it.
Yeah.
Because then like you want a map to be multiplayer to an extent, you know. So, because I think that's the most fun in playing like just these games in general. Is it always seems more fun when you're playing with somebody rather than just solo.
Absolutely. So my favorite thing about the map is I liked how there were all these different minions, you know? You had all these different demons that were there, that they all had their unique names, and they were all different, and they all sort of... they all had their own, like, POI icons and stuff, so, you know, you knew they were all significant. And then, like, the Cyber Mancubus, when he showed up, he was like, you know, super smelly or whatever, and he polluted the air, and he was the guy.
The Cyber Mancubus was definitely part. It gave the map character.
Yeah.
Definitely, that made it unique, I guess, compared to other maps. Is that was a very interesting idea, having a boss who alters the game state, and it kind of would change your objective during the game from going to taking out the Baron, which is. Whenever you have a Baron boss, that's basically what you're up against, you know, is you try and take out the Baron. So that it was something that would kind of push you more. There were times where I was shooting at that Baron, and then I'd see that stupid Mancubus running around, and I'd forget about the Baron and try to take out the Mancubus.
Because he's constantly doing damage to you, and it's just obnoxious to have him there. So you're naturally going to want to try to take him out first, you know.
So I think in the sense that he said focus on his minions.
He meant the Mancubus?
Yeah, but I think all the other ones, they didn't really seem to change how we played it.
No, they didn't. It didn't. That's kind of strange,
It almost
actually.
made me wonder if we could have killed him and his minions still been alive. Because I want to say, we killed him and there was like another Baron running around at the same time? I can't
Yeah, that was his
remember.
Mirage. That was his Mirage.
So I think that's almost like you try to ignore the Mirage, right?
Well, maybe.
So I think we might have got suckered into that see, shoot, kill thing, and we didn't realize we were just shooting his stupid Mirages.
Well, if it was that simple, I would have figured it out pretty quick, because you could tell them apart. But my thing was like, so I was looking at it from like a you know, an author's perspective. This is version 2.4, so theoretically this could be the 24th version that he's published this map under, and he's got like his email linked and like, you know, all this
I would be
all
a little
this preamble
was...
before you even get started playing, like, here's this map, and, you know, get a hold of, email me if you have any suggestions. Like, he's got all this stuff, you know, so this guy's obviously focused on his map, right? So things to me seem very intentional, right? So the fact that he's going out of his way to point out that we have to take out the minions before the Baron boss, to me, I was thinking like, okay, a lot of people in the past have probably complained that they tried to kill the Baron boss and they couldn't because the minions were still alive. So I thought, okay, well, you got to kill the minions first, and that's why he's telling us that, is you got to kill the minions before you kill the Baron. So, I mean, he could have been a head fake, but I'm just saying, like, I just assumed that he was being honest when he told us that.
But it does say in the description, will you destroy them or will you let his mirages trick you? So I just...
Oh, that's
I
a good
feel like
point.
There might have been,
like, it's a choice. Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that leads me to believe, like, if the way we were playing, were we being tricked by going after all the Barons? So I killed like 2 Barons before we took out.
I mean, was that
the main guy?
Was that really? Was that could have been it? Like, will you focus on the guy that you have to kill to beat the level, or will you be tricked by the fact that there are other demons to shoot?
Yeah.
Well,
no,
generally, I wouldn't be tricked, but you kind of fooled me in the beginning when you made it sound like I had to kill his minions first.
Well, you know, especially with the Mancubus, there was obviously that incentive to take him out. But all the other ones, as far as I understand, unless I'm missing a part of the game, were kind of just distractions, weren't they? Because you know, you killed the Baron to win.
That's what I'm thinking. Now that you mention it, I'm starting to think that like all these other minions, they weren't necessarily like things that you had to kill first. They were just like distracting you from taking out the main guy.
Well, you know how Revenant Uprising, how that map is, where you have like the end battle where they just keep spawning, and you really only thing you're trying to do is kill the Baron, and you know, when things get in your way, you might take them out, but you know, there's that, you know, that you're going after the Baron. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm checking out the leaderboard right now for 2-player, and boy, a lot of people played this map.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that in its own way makes me kind of have a little respect for the map. That's a lot of plays, so there obviously must be something that there must be a fan base, or it had its moment in the sun, you know, whatever way you want to look at it. But I mean, obviously it was. I mean, let's look at the map info. It's
yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
We have.
I mean, it could be that like maybe when this map was made, it was like the first map to have like a lot of bosses in it. Like maybe this was like. Well,
it's a 6-to-1 ratio on up to down votes. That is pretty
good. That's pretty good.
I would say that's good, but it's not like really good. Like it's good because there's always going to be that percentage of people who play a map, and
well, the natural up to down vote ratio of any map is going to be around 80% upvote. Like that, that is no.
Map.
Yes.
Map.
Oh, yes.
Maybe not that map we played
that
already.
Is...
Not that one we played earlier. I don't think it's ever going to be 80%.
Well, it only had 3 total plays before we played it, so yeah, I'm sure our votes had a big impact. But what I'm saying is like the center of gravity, like the gravity well for any map is going to be 80%, because most people who play maps who vote are going to upvote. Even if the map kind of sucks, they're still going to upvote. But
because they want to be nice.
Well, yeah.
Or if they don't want to be mean, so they just don't vote.
Yeah, or they just don't, you know, they have their reasons, I'm sure. But what I'm saying is like it actually takes quite an effort to push a map from 80% to 90%, or to drop it from like 80% down to 70 or 60. Like, it has to be really, really, really good to get up to 90, and it has to be really, really, really terrible to get down to like, you know, 70 or 60.
I think if you see like a ratio of ups and downs where the numbers are very similar, it almost makes you think that there might be something faulty in the actual game itself, like it's not playing through, people were glitching out and not getting to finish, you know, they're hitting points where you can't move forward, but it's obvious that you were supposed to, like a door doesn't open or something, you know. So that's what comes to mind when I see even ratios, is that there's a decent number of people who are like, this is something fundamentally wrong with this map. You know?
Right. So you want to go ahead and move on to least favorite? We covered our favorites, right? So
I feel like we've had a really long review of this map. But
no, that's fine. That's the only reason people even watch my videos, is because I know I like to go on these long, winding tangents about deconstructing these maps. So that's what people are here to see. You know, don't worry about that.
I guess some criticism would be that there wasn't, the intensity change was constant, I guess, from beginning to end. It's fun if you like to be always like on your toes playing a game.
Right.
But, personally, in my opinion, I do prefer when it's high intensity and then moments of calm and then back to high intensity. Just for me, it makes playing the game just, it doesn't make it such a I don't want to say tolling, but it makes it just kind of like an easier experience.
No,
because
I
when
get
you have
exactly
15-20 minutes of straight combat, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I get exactly what you're saying. Like, you can't sustain the high intensity throughout the entire map. Like, you can't have it ratcheted up to 11 and just keep it there. Like, you know, you want to have moments of high intensity, but then you want to sort of ratchet it back down, and then that way you can get, you know, reacclimated to a lower intensity, and that way it's actually meaningful when the map brings in a high intensity situation. Like for me, like when a boss shows up, that should be like the pinnacle of tension in a map, and the highest intensity is like the boss encounter or some big event. But when you're constantly at 11 out of 10, you know, it's like it just drains you too quick.
I feel like at the same time, like, this map is what it is, so you're not going to be able to, I guess, from like the point of like critiquing the map, I doubt he's going to go through ripping it apart and making moments of silence. The only thing I could see is if there's
that's what version 2.5 is going to be, my friends, based off of this video.
It might be. I would be interested to see how, you know, a place where you could like recover health, and maybe it had a cache system, and maybe find a way to upgrade your character would be a huge improvement to this map.
Upgrade your character how? What do you mean by that?
Have a cache method. Like, you get points.
Oh, you're talking about making like COD Zombies or something like that?
Or just any progression style game. You know, it's kind of just, I don't know, like for me, like I kind of as a player, I like to head in that direction in some way, big or small, whether it's being able to like open a door that leads you into a room with better guns, or if it's a straight up like monetary system where you're just buying things off some kind of wall.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
like,
just what I like.
There was really no progression in this game, as far as like as the game went on, you never got any stronger. Like, you never got any better weapons than what you started out with. You never got
it was any
perks or upgrades, you know.
Starting in a room full of weapons, it was like gear up and deploy kind of start. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't personally dislike that part of the map, because at least it's nice to know that you're making the choice to engage. Mm-hmm. Some maps, you know, if you don't, like, if you like have your controller down and it's starting and you're like, I don't know, you're whistling at your dog or something, like, you're not going to die right away. So that's nice. I always, every map I've ever made, I've always had it be where there's no initial encounter without player movement. So I like that in this map.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and talk about my least favorite thing. My least favorite thing was that it was a non-stop grind, and it was a non-stop grind, and I got to a point where I didn't care if I died. And to me, like, once I get to that point where I don't care if I get killed, that's sort of like an admission that the game has lost all pretense of any kind of balance, because the thing that makes the maps interesting for me is when I'm emotionally invested in playing well. Like, if I think that there's a good shot, I can stay alive to play through the map and make it to the end and not die and have a good run. But when I'm constantly getting slaughtered, that makes me not care. It makes me give up and not care about how well I'm playing. And once you're at the point where you don't care how well you play or whether you get killed, you're just going through the motions of running out and playing sloppy and getting killed and respawning and running out and playing sloppy. Like, once you get to that point, it's like you can't be having fun, because all of the challenge and the things that make the map what make the gameplay interesting is completely gone at that point. And I got to that point in this map where I was just dying and respawning and getting killed and just sort of not caring how well I played, because I was so surrounded by enemies that it didn't even matter.
There was no penalty for it either. Like,
that's true. There was no death penalty as far as I know.
Or there was no life limit. I think this map, if it had something similar to like that previous map we played, I can't remember the name of it, but where we had like a set number of lives and you'd earn lives and lose lives. I think if this map had that aspect, it might make it more, you can lose out, I guess.
Yeah, there was no consequence to death, and there was nothing to be gained by staying alive either. Like, it's not like your character got stronger or could build towards something better by staying alive. So I mean, just there was a lot of nihilism in this map, as far as like nothing you do really mattered. You were just sort of along for the ride until you managed to beat the boss, and nothing mattered.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we beat this horse to death. I think we gave it about as long a review as anybody could have possibly give it. So, that was Azaxas the Phantom version 2.4. Basically, it's just from start to finish, it's one big, long boss fight where the boss, calls up all his homies to help him. And it essentially takes place in one module. And, I think to me, it was just like being a frog in a blender. It was just kind of a, It was
a slugfest. It was definitely a, show up and fight kind of map. There was there wasn't multiple ways to try to play it. There was only one. You couldn't try to like sneak up and take the enemies out one by one, because you really didn't have that option. You could try to corner one, but with the map being so square, there was always a chance somebody was going to come flying down from on top of those corners. So,
well, there you have it. Azaxas the Phantom version 2.4 by Emberstone. A popular map, all things considered. I mean, 7,300 plays. That's not bad by any means. So,
no, that's like 10 times more plays than my maps have got. So
yeah, for sure. Popular map by all means.
But that was also part of the reason I picked it, is because I wanted to play something that would actually have a little bit of meat to it. I can't stand these review queue maps where I can tell someone spent 20 minutes making the map. So
I know that's the worst thing about the review queue, is that there's so much garbage in there. Like, as much as it's like kind of like it's kind of like digging for gemstones or digging for dinosaur bones. Like, there is a chance you're gonna uncover something fantastic that nobody has ever seen, but chances are you're just gonna find a bunch of dirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at like some of the top scores too, and I can just tell from looking at it. some people really went after the minions because their score is just so ridiculously high.
Yeah, it looks like that would have been an option. It's just to focus on, because I bet what it is that if you just keep killing the minions, they just keep coming back.
I think everybody I saw came back at least twice. I think the Mancubus came back at least 5 times. Like, he was a regular down there, stewing up a fucking stink show, and which, I mean, that was cool. I like that part of the map. But all right, I think we can pretty much call this review complete.
Yeah, it's been this horse has been beaten to death. I think we've pulled apart every possible angle of this map. All right, so I'm gonna end it here. Well. That was Azaxas the Phantom version 2.4 by Emberstone. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out.